Coach, starting with Cam, going for 5 for 5, seems just super comfortable up there tonight. How is it for you just getting to watch that and a guy have a night like that?
Yeah, he's he's our superhero. He's really been a catalyst for our team the last 2 years now, his third year, and he's just his superpower is he's got the clutch gene, and whenever we need a big hit, he seems to get it. And when he's in the middle of all the action, we're in the middle of all the scoring, and so he has that ability to when we need to. The highest level of compete and execution in the most high leverage situation, that's where he shines. So he's got a very special gift in that regard. And he was getting pitched really hard at the beginning of the year. People were pitching him more outside of the strike zone than they were inside of the strike zone. And now that he's willing to take his walks and spray the ball around the field, it makes him a very dangerous offensive player because it puts him on base a lot. When you got some power guys behind him, some speed guys in front of him, it creates a very, very dynamic team offensive unit for us.
With Listy, Purify, and Canarella, how much of a luxury is it to have those three guys at the top of the lineup?
Yeah, like Cam said, they've all got that dog in them. They're hyper-competitive kids. They're just wanting to get on base. Feels right with those three at the top of the order that have the ability to really, to run the bases and advance bases, steal bases, go first to third, take extra 90s, and just put together some really competitive at-bats and quality at-bats. And they all have extra base hit power as well, but they all are doing a fantastic job of just getting on base and setting the table.
From a pitching standpoint, Bennett made it into the third inning for the first time this season. Chase won a career-high 2.2 innings. How important is it for them to continue to grow and be able to stretch those guys out when you're in this stretch of so many games in a short period of time?
Yeah, today was the first game all season where we had less than maybe 7 guys available to pitch tonight. So to have them be able to pitch into the third inning of their outing was huge. Just simply because of how many arms we threw when you have the starters out, in the first inning on Sunday, and you use that many guys, that can have the carryover effect of those guys are unavailable now on Tuesday. So we had a very thin bullpen today. We'll have a lot more guys roll back on tomorrow. But to have Chase Kick and Brendan Bennett get into the third inning each of their outing, that really helped us, and that was a big part of the game tonight.
I think you're in the midst of 4 straight weeks of 5 games. Having that limited pitching staff, what does it say about the staff with the job they've been doing with that?
Yeah, we feel like we've got great depth, and when we get quality starts on the weekend, like Aiden gave us when he's going deep into games and the starters are going deep, like Ethan's done a couple times now, and Legurnick did against North Carolina A&T, and you can preserve the bullpen and really get a little more tactical and strategize how to use those guys best. It also gives us the luxury item of having a full bullpen and a full allotment of pitching for the midweek game, so we can absorb the double midweeks. Double midweeks are hard. It's just they're hard to navigate through, and especially when we are trying to manage pitch counts early in the season. So it's not always ideal to have a double midweek, and we've got 4 in a row. But it's good because we're playing a lot of baseball and we're learning a lot, and we're mixing up the lineup and getting a lot of guys action, and that's in the early part of the season. That's exactly what we want to do. We want to give a lot of guys a lot of looks and see exactly what we need to do to keep progressing and trending better and keep improving.
I know Bennett's been working back. Noah's been working back from some injuries. Any updates on some other guys that may be coming back, hopefully in the near future?
Yeah. Talon Bell threw a simulated game pregame today and looked great. I think he'll be ready for live action potentially as early as next week. And then Michael Gillen is going to start throwing again. He got the clear to throw, so he'll start his progression and ramp up of throwing. And all those guys are in the weeks to months, which is a good sign. The only one that's out is Dane Muller, as we all know. But Bennett and Samuel coming back, and then Talon's next, and Gillen will be behind him. So once those two guys come back, we'll feel really good about having additional depth as well.
Thanks, Coach.